Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh. Call on Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who do rule well. Salutations to the true and sincere Akim that's out there preaching and teaching his truth and truth and sincerity. This is the brother Tatayar coming from Great Millstone, Indiana camp in Gary, here to give praises, glory, worship, and honor once again unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh. And the lesson that I'm getting into right now is on the topic of rebuke. All right, rebuke is a healing agent for the righteous, and it's a sifting agent for the wicked, getting the wicked up out of there, man. All right, so rebuke comes with the righteous self-examining themselves and getting themselves back in cadence and back in the core with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, or it can serve as an agent to purge away the wicked, man, to get the wicked away from you. All right, and one great example that we have right here is in Psalms 141. This is our King David. All right, and the mindset that King David had was the mindset of becoming purged, all right, from any iniquities that was within himself. And, he literally was asking for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to rebuke him, to keep him from falling short in the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, and I'm going to start at Psalms 141 and 3. Set a watch, O Yahweh, before my mouth. Keep the door of my lips. Incline not my heart to any evil thing, to practice wicked works with men that work iniquity, and let me not eat of their dainties. So this is, first off, King David acknowledging that, that he's in the flesh. All right, and also that, the flesh is going to do what it wants to, or it's going to try to do what it wants to, but he's asking Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to keep him from doing the things that is displeasing before Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, and the way that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai does that is by correcting you. All right, because the flesh is constantly going to try to find a way to be at odds with the spirit. And if you got the spirit on you, then Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to bring to your acknowledgement. Because a lot of things going into this faith, you especially for you new brothers coming in, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to move in this thing, man. And we learn by making mistakes, or learning by watching others make mistakes. All right, and this is what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has given us as far as the grace period. Grace and mercy, right? That don't mean being all out, demon, but it's saying that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua knows, the fight that we're fighting, and he's given us that long suffering and that patience. Now, like the apostles and the elders on down say, we had time coming into this thing, and so for you younger brothers coming into this thing, you got to kind of get right to it, because we're at the end, but having this conversation of rebuke is important, because rebuke is supposed to be a thing to enlighten you, all right, to put a righteous spark within you, so that you may be careful of the path that you take when walking into this faith, man, keeping you mindful. All right, just like a shepherd with his sheep, keeping you from falling into a ditch, all right, or keeping the wolves away from those the things of iniquity that'll try to bring you up out of this thing, man, keeping you mindful, man, right? Verse 5, let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me, it shall be an excellent oil, which shall not break my head, for yet my prayer also shall be in their calamities. So he's like, let the righteous smite me, all right? It shall be a kindness, because when Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is still using men to speak to you, and correct you, that's mercy, all right? Because ultimately the rebuke is coming from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, right? And if you're able to acknowledge that, then you're able to acknowledge that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, worked through men, that he sent his prophets down here, and then that's gonna give you the opportunity to correct yourself before the ultimate judgment comes, man. All right, because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is gonna bring down hell upon the face of the earth, and having fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is getting yourself in order before the time comes, man. All right, purging yourself, cleaning up your house, man, getting yourself together for the coming of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And one way we do that is by being a brother to a brother, man, as the scripture says, man, iron sharpeneth iron. All right, so your brother is gonna see where it is that you need work on or development, and they're gonna give you correction. All right, so you can be better than who you are, and that's how you're supposed to look at rebuke, man. Rebuke, correction, is something to help you to become better than who you are currently. All right, this is Job chapter 5, and I'm gonna start at 17, and it reads, behold, happy is the man whom God correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. So when the Lord is correcting you, it's not for you to be, getting butt hurt behind it, or feeling like, woe is me, and the world, people don't love me, the brothers don't love me, I'm catching hell, Lord. Like, nah, it's to acknowledge your offenses, man. It's to bring to the forefront, what it is you may be doing that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is not pleased of. And the reason why Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is even bringing it to your acknowledgement is because he loves you. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua love you. So when the Lord is correcting you, it's because he wants you to do better. All right? It's because it's just like any father, man, that has a son or a child, period, man. You see the potentials in your child, and you know that they can be better than who they are and what they are, and you use correction to guide them to becoming their best selves, man. All right? So that's why, when happy is the man that, God correcteth, because at least God is correcting you. At least Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is talking to you, because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, he's not chastening the wicked as he would do the righteous. Now, man, we all going through the straits, the wicked and the righteous alike. However, when the Lord chastens the righteous, it's because it's the righteous is going to do what they need to do to return back into Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Whereas the wicked, they may seem if to get away with being wicked for a season, but everything that they was doing comes back upon them, because there's no escaping of the judgment of the Lord. So when the Lord ultimately, right away, correct you, that's because the Lord is stopping your foot from going into that ditch, man, to falling too far to where you can't reach him anymore. All right, this is Proverbs chapter 3. I'm going to start at 11. Because this is the point. My son, despise not the chastening of Yahweh, neither be weary of his correction. For whom Yahweh loveth, he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth. And that was the point that I was just making. All right. When the Lord love you, man, when the Lord is chastening you, when the Lord is correcting you, man, don't be, woe is me. Don't allow the flesh to have its pity party. But in that time, man, you sit back and you reflect, you refocus. You look at, how your walk has been with Him, man. Because honestly, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, if you're being conscious and if you're being aware, He's always giving you signs, man. He's always talking to you. You know what it is that you should be doing or what you're not doing that's gonna, put you in a place, man. And the Lord, He's merciful, man. The Lord is merciful, man. He'll work with you. He'll deal with you. And to the point where, okay, now brothers might be cursing you out, or brothers suspending you, or whatever the case may be. And it's really because the Lord always is talking to you. The Lord is always giving you mercy before He brings down the judgment. And it's up to you to be aware of the Lord's judgment, man. All right. But even with that, man, when the Lord corrects you and you see that He's correcting, you call on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the water Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for the correction, because that means that the Lord is still dealing with you. All right? That means the Lord is still with you, but you got to clean yourself up. That's if you're able to receive the correction. Because a lot of times, they can't receive the correction. Jake get, on this pedestal about themselves and think they can't do any wrong, or think they're not doing any wrong, and they allow Satan to creep in to take away, from the lesson that should be learned. All right, we are not to be like that, man. When the Lord is giving you correction, man, when the Lord is sending you through a tough time, the Lord is doing that to build you up, because the Lord loves you. All right. This is Proverbs chapter 9, verse 6. It says, forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. He that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame. All right, because this scorner is going to scorn the correction. This scorner is going to hate the correction, man. It's gonna try to flip it and make it, what is not, when you should be receiving the correction. And he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a blot. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. So that's the Lord. You can't even, a man that can't be reproved is somebody, that the Lord don't like, man. Right? Because He's allowing you to fall into the ditch. He's allowing you to be carried away into your own pleasures, man, to your own desires, into your own, and you don't want that. That's dangerous, man. When everything is going so good for you to the point where you're neglecting the Lord, or the Lord is not chastening you, and you're not catching any hell, or hey, that's a scary place to be in, man. Right? Once again, man, we're going into our King David, man. Let the righteous smite me, for it shall be a precious ointment. All right, it shall not break my head. Hey, let the Lord smite you, man, with righteousness before he bring down this harsh judgment that's coming, man. Because right now we in the end, man. And we seeing, this devil ramping up to get ready to destroy, the economy, to destroy, you people's ways of living. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that you ever believed in this kingdom is finna be taken away from your jobs, whatever type of security you thought you had, the food, and this devil is gonna implement the MOTB. You know, and if the Lord is still correcting you all the way up into this point, that's because the Lord is being merciful unto you, and is giving you the opportunity not to get caught in that fire, man. All right. This is verse 9. It says, "Give." So like, I'm gonna start at 8 again. "Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee." Why? Because you're saving his soul, man. A wise man is gonna take that rebuke and say, "The wadi Hashem Yahushai for the rebuke," because you know that's a brother that's looking after your soul. Because the Lord uses men on the earth to rebuke you. So when a brother is rebuking you, that's a brother that loves you, man. That's not a brother that's, and even if that brother do have ill intent in the means of that rebuke, you as a servant of the Lord, you take that, man. Because whatever, that's coming out of any brother's mouth through the spirit of power, you should receive it. You know what I'm saying? You should receive it. You should reflect on it. And you should make sure that you're in alignment with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Therefore, you can be made blameless in the day of the coming of the Lord, man. All right? This ain't about our feelings, man. It's not about, oh, this person made me feel this way, or this person don't like me, and, things of that matter, man. It's about, okay, where do I need to step up as a man in the spirit? What do I need to do to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to where I don't be caught up in the destruction of Babylon the Great? So when you receiving this correction and when you receiving this rebuke, man, take it all joy, man. Count it all joy, man. Verse 9, "Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning." And that's the point, man. "The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding." So the fact that we're able to receive this, the fact that you're able to even be corrected, because look at the world, man. Jake is running around here lost, man, not knowing what's going on, not knowing what's to come, not knowing that, and then Jake, it's a lot of Jake that's falling out of this thing, man. And it's like, man, Joe, the fact that the Lord, even thought about your measly self, man, to even tell you like, hey, you're not fulfilling, what it is I need you to do, or you're not doing this correct, or you could be doing this better, man. Call on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man, because that's the Lord reaching his hand out unto you, man. Even though he's mad at you, he's still reaching out to you, And once again, what it say in Proverbs 9:9, "Give instruction to a wise man, he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning." Because the Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is a harsh teacher, man. All right. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is a harsh teacher, man. And how he's teaching us is through the furnace of affliction. And I'm gonna bring that out. And that'll be where I leave off at. Gotta get up and start this work. So of course this is the work, but hey, man, it's a beautiful thing, man, when the Lord is correcting you, man. Love the correction of the Lord, man, because the Lord's correction is for your betterment. All right, this is Isaiah 48, and I'm gonna start at 10. It says, "Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction." So the furnace of affliction is basically you catching hell, man. Is you going through, hard times, okay? To refine you, man, to make you pure, okay? To bring about, righteousness within you, man, cultivating you, all right? Burning and purging, all the dross and whatever wickedness that may be upon you, man. The Lord is sending you through trials and tests, and he's trying to, groom you in a way that best please him. And if you how would you not want to be able to please our Creator and our big brother Yahweh Shai, who laid his life down for us, man? The fact that the Lord is even taking the time out to even deal with you, man, it says that the Lord loves you. Matter of fact, because I read it in the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, but we're going to read it in Hebrews as well. And this is Hebrews 12:6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. See? So when the Lord is chastening you, that's because the Lord loves you. The Lord is not going to allow you to fall, man. Verse 7, if ye endure chastening, the power dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, wherefore all are partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons. So when the Lord is correcting you, that's because you're his son, man. That's because the Lord loves you, man. That's because Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is pulling the best of you out. Alright? My family keep reading. It's at verse 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh, which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? See? Because if you don't get under the correction of the Lord, man, that can destroy. You're going to be destroyed, man. All right? And we're seeing it with a lot of, people within our community. And I don't want to say, you see a lot of Jake, man. I don't want to put it like that. You see a lot of Jake, man, that know of this thing or that know this thing, and yet they don't want to receive the correction. And it's clear, plain as day, that when the man is going off, when the man ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing, and they're not receiving the correction, they just walking into that ditch, man. Why? Because of pride. All right, because of hardness and stiff-neckedness. Because being able to receive correction is you still being able to be spoken to. That means you're in a place of being lowly, all right, and meek, which the Lord will not despise, right? It says Hebrews 12, latter end of 9 again. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? For they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasures, but he for our profit. So right, so he won't destroy you. It says that we might be partakers of his holiness. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. And so with that, man, I want to say all praises and glory and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone who rule well. Salutations to the true and sincere Akim, Messiah, preaching and teaching his truth and truth and sincerity. And I pray that this lesson was edifying, man, and encouragement for brothers to receive that correction and be brought up on another level through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Don't want to say Shalom and the Bob Ball.